Hi friend, welcome to Plus2Net. Download the source code from the URL given at the description and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We have MySQL database and student table in it, and in from this table we have two columns, ID and name. We'll take these two columns and populate a drop down list box. With this knowledge, let us start coding. We'll first display some label. Okay, now let us first connect to database. Now we have kept all our database details inside the config.php file. Here the connection object is generated. We will be using it further. If you want to know more about the database connection, you can watch our earlier video where we have explained about this. Now let us write the query. This is a select, we will take two columns only, ID and name. Now that's all. This is our query. We're taking ID and name column from the student table. Now we will execute this query, but we will use a if block, our set, record set, and while connection will use and execute the query like this. So you can see if this query is successful, then the code whatever we write inside the if statement will be executed. Otherwise what will happen? Otherwise the else part will be executed, and here what we will do, will print the error message. So how we will print it? This is the connection, that's all. So anything goes wrong in our query, here this part will be, so we will come to know what is the mistake. Now this record set returns true if the connection is successfully executed. Now let us start with our displaying the records. Before that, let us print our, or let us start our select drop down list. Select name is equal to student. Let us, you can give your own name. I have some stuff with my style and all, I have put it here. You can use your own. Now let us come to the loop. What you will do will be, because record set collects our set of rows of data from our student table, we'll one by one will collect them, fetch them from the record set and display it. Now to do that, what you will do, let us take a variable row which will be array in our case. Now record set, now here we will use the function fetch associate. Now this function will collect our, will end the while loop. Fine, this will collect one row of data at a time, while the loop one by one the loop is executed. Now there will be a record pointer. After returning one row of data, the record pointer will move to the next row, and next row again one row is returned and the record pointer move to the next. What happens when the last row is returned? The last row is returned, then the value will, after that if it is for next loop, next step of the loop, you will get a false, or sorry, you will get a null value. Now once you get a null value, the while loop will terminate. We know the while loop condition tells us that in case of true it execute, and it is false then it will terminate. Now here the null value will be treated as false and the loop will be terminated. Now so in this case, we let us write the option value. This option is our select drop down list option. Now let us say row ID. Now this is there. Now let us print the name part. These two we are getting from the table. That's all. So outside the loop, let us close our select drop down list. Now fine, this is all about, let me just give little space so you can understand it. This is our while loop. Okay, hope the spacing help you to understand more. Fine, you are getting this one. This is our query is here. Query is executed. If it returns true, then this part of the code is executed, and the while loop passes through all the one by one all the records to our option value. So option value gets populated with the ID and name of the students. Let us see what happens with this. Save it. Let us move here, refresh it. Oh, some error. Wait a minute. 21 row record set. Oh, I have one more. Fine. Let us. Okay, we got it. So here is the total list of all the student. We have 35 records, so 35 names are displayed. Now let us do one more thing. We'll restrict it here. Now restrict means we'll say let us display only the 5th class, or the class is equal to 5. Now you see, sorry, student where class is equal to 5. Now we can see this. Let us. Oh, fine, only 3 students are in class 5. So now let us, because we have used a 5 is a string, so we have used single quotes here. Now let us say id is less than 10. Now let us remove this because it's an integer, no need to use a code here. Okay, so save it. Let us display. Okay, now we have 1 to 9. How I'll know that these are all id of? Okay, what we will do, we'll display the id value here also along with the row, along with the name. Let us keep it within brackets so it will not get mixed up with the name. Fine, it's okay. Let's see now. Refresh. It has come. So all the records are displayed here. Now even one more thing we can do to understand how this if block works. Let us generate some error. Instead of student table, we will write student 1. What happens where? So we are deliberately created a mistake here. Now let us save it. Now what happens? Student table, okay, here should be line break. Table my tutorial student 1 doesn't exist. For a better understanding of this, let me give a line break here. Now fine, refresh it. Okay, table my student 1 doesn't exist. Now let us correct this. We know it is not student 1, it's student. Wow, got it. Now we'll further improve this in the next part.